Hello YouTube, it's the 14th of March 2014, and as you can see in front of me here is all the components for a new computer that I'm going to be building. It's time to retire the old system that I have. It's 7 years old, and I kind of made a thing to myself a long time ago that I'll get, at least I figured out, that I would get at least 7 or 8 years out of a system before I got to replace it, and that time has come. There be the set system now that's being replaced, and it's actually a lot of old components put into fairly recent technology, or at least when I got it, so it's well past what you would expect to get out of any component, and it's just time to do it. Well, let's take a look at what we all got here. We're going to have an MSI motherboard. It's micro ATX. I've had good luck with MSI stuff over the years, and this is only like 80 bucks, so I think that's a pretty good deal. Coming down here, this is going to be an i3 system. It's a little out of focus. There we go. And it's got the Intel 4400 graphics built in. To that, we have 8 gigs of 16,000 Ram. Powering everything is going to be an EVGA 430 watt power supply. And then we've got a 1 terabyte SATA 3 Segate drive. That's going to be for files and data and videos and anything else. And then I got an SSD, 120 gigabytes for boot and apps. I've got a Hauppauge video capture card that will be allowing me to watch TV and whatnot and capture videos that I want to do. Going into that is going to be, it's all going to be going into a Silverstone case. And then back here, you really can't see it, is a 16:9 monitor that is 1920 by 1080 capable. And last but not least, down here is a screwdriver to put it all in place. So here's the case. It's got 2 drive bays in the front, USB 3 connectors, and then on the back here we've got a bay for a power supply, expansion cards, back plane for the motherboard, and then it's got these nice little thumb screws that let you get in real nice and easy. So here is the motherboard with everything ready to go and install on it. Here's the processor. And then I'm just going to be using the stock heatsink that came with it. It's only a 55 watt processor, and so I think that this thing will be more than capable of keeping it cool. I had a Dell with an old P4 in it that was similar, and that was 65 watts, and well, the cooling solution, it was less than optimal, and it still worked, and I never had any problems with it, so this should work. First things first, gotta get this thing open. Pick up the lid and take out this little cover. Save the cover, I'm told. This is an 1150 motherboard. And wow, those sockets in there are quite tiny. I wonder if I can zoom in on these. Yeah, there's a lot of little things in there. They're supposed to come down and touch the pads on the back of the CPU. So I opened it up here. Let's see if I can get this. Yeah, so there are the pads that those little pins contact. I see notches, and I'm looking for notches. And I see the notches on the back side, so I think it goes in like this. That looks to be about right. Close it up. I'm doing this on the anti-static bag here. And that is installed. So it's time to put the heatsink on. Make sure that all these pins are retracted. Looks like they all are now. Go. Turn to push down. That is in there. Last one. This will probably be the hardest one. I know some people have whined about the pins, but as I look at it, it looks like it's in there. Get the fan installed, or the fan plug connected. Now I'll spin it around. Zoom out a little bit here. I'll tie that off with something, or better yet, I'll just do this for the time being. I'll just put a small knot in it, a loose knot that'll get it off. There we go. First DIMM goes in. I'll put the camera down just a little bit here. Second one going in. Installed.